April 7th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Steve. We are here with actor, model, MC, and friend of my show. Guys, I hope y'all like the new look. These are my new cue cards. And yes, shout outs to Lee Valiant Arts for the amazing, dope artwork of me. We are back with the amazing and handsome Rico King Fashion Dolls. How have you been, stranger? It's been a minute.
Yes, it has. Those cars look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, it has been a minute. A lot has happened in the meantime, in between time. Man, yeah, where would you like to start?
And we're back. We're back.
Okay,
YouTube has been glitchy. But you were
all right.
saying,
I was saying, yes, it has been a minute. I'm blessed to be here. I also mentioned how nice the cards look. I can see from here.
thank you. But
Yes.
everyone's been loving the new look. Just thank y'all all so much. We are up and up and up and up and up. So thank you all so much. But we did our last conversation, I want to say last year, 2025, or in the beginning of this year,
It,
2026, January.
no, you're right. It was last year.
And so much has happened since then.
My
You're still
goodness.
doing the modeling, still doing the acting. The last time we did our interview, I was trying to reach a goal, and that was 1,000 interviews. The goal has been met. We have completed it of over 1,000 interviews and counting, and it's more and more and more to come. Shout out to Brother K Tukes. Shout out to you, brother. We just got off the phone, and thank you. Y'all make sure y'all go and head on over and subscribe to my brother K Tukes' channel as well. So, so much has happened. I think we might have lost Rico, but I'm holding it down. In the meantime, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you tap that bell so you're notified when new interviews are posted. Make sure you guys also like, share, and follow the live as well too, Fashion Balls. YouTube was tripping and did it yesterday with the other Rico, Rico Cassadine. But we're
I
back
saw.
now.
I saw you
Yeah,
had another Rico on too.
yes. And
Was
it,
that
it was a pretty
intentional?
I don't I the lineup I didn't even think of it that when I'm like both of them Rico. So you got Rico Cassadine and you've got Rico King. But
Well,
hey,
it worked out.
oh my goodness. That we did our last interview back in 2025. And at the time I was trying to reach a goal, which was 1,000. And we've met that goal. So it's 100 and counting. It's more and more and more. And it's official, y'all. We have guests booked all the way up until September. So your girl is going to be doing lots of interviews and some major collaborations with other influencers on the way that'll be coming to the show. So I'm honored to say that. But I'm going to spill who they are. You guys just have to make sure that you're following me on Instagram at style underscore daytime, as well as make sure that you subscribe here to my channel as well too. So
you
when
know,
you
you know, I must admit your work ethic with the way that you plan things out.
yeah,
A lot of people may not even understand how on top of things you are. But as a guest, I just want to give you your flowers because whenever we do an interview, you immediately find an opening before too much time has passed to get me back in the loop. And I said, man, she really has a system down that's working for her. And so I'm not surprised that you reached your goal because you have something in place to achieve that goal. So congrats to you.
and to that, and I think we had in our last conversation, I said my mom has always taught me to plan ahead. She's
Mm.
always taught me to put things into perspective, to think in advance, and to make sure that you have everything lined up the way it should be. That's YouTube acting up again, Fashion Dolls. We have been having some issues. Hopefully they fix that, but we're gonna keep it going. The show will continue. But we're just totally focus on uh, today's show will be centered around following your goals, putting things into perspective. And I've dropped your name in a couple interviews as one that is always, we talk about vision boards a lot here on my platform as well. And you have a board of affirmations that you do on a daily. If you follow Rico on Instagram, and it's like you have them by color, by detail on your board, everything. Yes, right there. And this is what it takes to put your goals into what you want. So for me, as it pertains to booking my guests, and even my brother, shout outs to my brother King Jives, he said the same thing that you're saying. Why are you booking so far in advance? Why do you set your interviews up and so everything so far in advance? Well, my mother's always taught me to be prepared for anything, for anything that comes your way, any blessing or opportunity that comes your way. Make sure that you are paying for it and never forgetting some of your guests, because I've sat with some guests on this platform. It's like I don't want them to think that I haven't forgotten about them, or as people would say, I'm too big for my britches. You've gotten a big head. I'm just like, no, that's not the. When I create a bond with my guests, I create a bond with my guests, and I'm glad to know that we have established a rapport where he's like the Rico's like a friend of the show and can come back anytime. I wouldn't want my guests to think that I've never, forgotten about them. And
Well,
as
you've
far as
definitely made that abundantly clear with us. Between us, yes, I can definitely count on you to reach out and to if there's a gap of time that we haven't spoke, you'll close that window simply by reaching out. And
and
okay,
we're back. YouTube again.
one of the things that I've written on my board that you mentioned earlier is something that you practice, and I call it the 5 P's. 5 P's, and it stands for proper preparation prevents poor performance. So you've been practicing that. And I just wanted to mention that it came to mind. You definitely practice the 5 P's. You've implemented those to the fullest ever since I met you. So keep doing what you're doing. This is our first time on YouTube. We usually do Instagram, but I see you are now using this one, leveraging this one too, huh?
Y'all know why. Or should I tell Rico? Y'all know I'm transparent, and I'm gonna be transparent. The reason why I know a lot of people like, we typically would see your shows and you go live on Instagram. And one of my guests, he even said that we follow her and she goes on Instagram just about Monday through Friday every day doing those interviews. And I'm kind of in IG jail right now, Rico. For those of you who don't know, in case knows why. Um, Conservative commentator Megyn Kelly said some things about Michelle Obama and Beyonce, and that didn't sit too well. So let's just say they put your girl in IG jail for telling Megyn Kelly what she can do with herself. And I'll just leave it at that. It was very colorful.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Yes.
this morning when you went on your walk, you was letting some people have
Oh
it
no.
in the political field. I said, all right then. She's fired up and ready to go early, hitting them hard in the AM.
I didn't think you guys would be watching my story, me just ranting. Yes, that's something new that I came up with. And for those of you who are just watching Style by Steve, if you know me, I typically discuss it here on the platform with my guests, as we're doing now. Um, Morning walk, Miss Stevie. You get to see me in the bear, makeup free, and, and yes, this is me showcasing without the full glam, the everything, just what I look like in the mornings and how I'm feeling. This is my letter to the world, to my supporters, to you guys. I feel what you're feeling. I see what's going on. And I'm wanting you to know that I'm using my platform also to encouraging others to speak out. So I want you guys to not be afraid at this time.
I
And
think it was really good to see you in that light too, because the transparency people can identify with to let them know that you're not always at this standard of showing yourself. You're willing to meet us where we are and take us higher. I think that's very cool of you to do that. So it felt good to see that, to tap on your story and be able to see you in that.
I feel
Broth.
so embarrassed. Like I'm over here. I feel so embarrassed. I didn't know Rico watched. I didn't know you watched it. And I'm just like, oh my God, what am I guessing? I think. But I'm just like, don't worry about what they think. Just say what you got to say. People are feeling the same thing that you're feeling. Your emotions, your feelings are valid. And I want people to know that as well too. If it's something you want to say, talk to someone. We talk a lot about mental health here on my platform, and I tell people I try not to be a hypocrite, Rico, and I tell people this all the time. Something you want to say, and it's something that is on your heart that is bothering you, you talk about it. And that's what I want to encourage other people to do. So yeah, to be vulnerable and for y'all to see me in the bare, no makeup, nothing. I have on a lash, a stick of lipstick. That's my real hair down, all of that underneath. I said, in the raw, let them see you what you look like first thing in the morning. Didn't even wash my face, went straight for a morning workout and walked and just ran. And I let loose because I was angry. Angry. I was fed up. I was tired. And I know a lot of us are. Everything that's going on. So find your outlet that works for you. If you have to scream, if you have to jump, if you have to shout, I write. I got one more page left in my diary, but I bought another diary, so I'm gonna go to that one. Hi, hey baby, and another thing. Thank you, Chrissy, for those texts in the morning. Every morning when I wake up, Chrissy will send me a text. Great day. Good morning. Those are the things that we have to do to keep each other uplifted more than ever. And they really, really help Chrissy. So I truly appreciate that. I just had a phone call with my brother, K Tukes, a few minutes ago before me and Rico hopped on to do our interview. And it was an hour-long conversation. He was in on me, sister, how you doing? How you feeling? And yes, he brought up Rico. How's Rico? How you gonna feel about Rico? I said, how do I always feel when we do our conversations? We always have a great time. It's always engaging. And not only is it engaging, but it's thought provoking and it makes people think. Prepare. The key word is preparing and setting your goals and what you want. And
Yes, yes.
with
And
us
before
having,
before we move any further, while you're thinking, Chrissy, is it Chrissy?
yes,
I would also like to thank someone who's been very, very kind and caring on my end as well. She's been checking in with me every day. My sister's childhood best friend. Her name's Morgan. Morgan
oh,
Spalding. Yeah. Not only Morgan, but her family too have reached out to me because recently my sister passed and left behind her two nephews, my two nephews, her kids. So I got to spend time with them yesterday, and everyone has been checking in on me and sending their condolences. I just
we're back.
wanted, okay, I just wanted to take this time to thank Morgan specifically and everyone else who's called to check in on me while we're on the topic of mental health. Yeah.
Sorry, sending you my love and condolences. And you know, I can relate firsthand because I lost a sister. I lost my sister in 2018. And I have four brothers, two sisters. That sister's no longer with me. So it's like now the chips and everything, weight is now falling on each of our backs. And
Right.
I tell my mom this. I said, I can't replace her. I can't take her place. I look more like my mom than anything. And I a lot whenever I go out. And people walk up to me, how's your mama? And how's Jeannie? Because my mama's name is Jeannie, like I dream of Jeannie, but it's spelled differently. You look just like Jeannie. I went
Yeah.
to my grandmother's 82nd birthday, and it was nothing but family there. And I got it. Where's Jeannie? You look just like your mama. You sound just like her too. I'm like, can I have my own identity and face, please? But
Right.
I have a twin brother, and that brother served in the military. So if you take away the last, take away everything, you'll have another version of me. Yes, and he's younger too, so he's a little bit younger than me. But
Yes. My sister was younger than me. Yeah.
see the common. We talked about this yesterday with the other Rico, Rico Cassadine, and that is finding a commonality, finding in or the word that I used was intersectionality, finding and merging things that we have in common
Mm.
and make it better. And that's what it's gonna take. But again,
Yeah.
my heart goes to you. I didn't know that at all. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't take it to Facebook or anything. That's not really my style. So I just reached out to
You too,
uh
why y'all let us be God, just let us be great. Go
I
on.
just reached I just reached out to my core foundation, the people uh, who are really close to me, and from there it grew legs and spread. The word got around, so that's how I let it happen. And I'm just glad that I'm able to be in her son's life, both of them, CJ and Eli. I was with them yesterday in the park, and we played, and I was there. I've been there in their lives the whole time since they were born. So to watch them grow and develop into young men, at the ages of 10, CJ's 10 and Eli is 8. It's just a beautiful thing. So I'm very blessed to have a strong relationship and be a primary male influence in their lives.
And I was just about to say that they have Uncle Rico.
That's
They have a good male influence there, influencing and encouraging them along the way. Again, you two, why are y'all trying us today? This happened in the other interview with Rico Castan, but again, the show will continue. We'll get out there. We'll keep it going. And that's to anybody who's lost a sibling. I know what it's like because that pain is unfathomable. I can remember the day we buried my sister, the look on my mother's face. I couldn't even go to the funeral home to view her body. Me because all three of us were very, very close. And the day we had to go and clean out her home, get up her belongings, whatever we wanted to take with us as a memory of her,
hmm
we couldn't view the body. We just could not. My aunt, my uncle, my other aunt, and my mom and my grandmother, they all went together and they viewed the body. My mom, she cried a little bit, but the day of the actual uh, homegoing service, she cried. My father was just stoic. I can remember my father just not cold, but what is the word that I'm looking for? Not cold, icy stares, but just stoic, like
Yeah.
no tears.
Yeah, that would
And
be the
people,
best way to describe it for real.
and me, I cried a little bit. I know I cried. I broke down. I picture, and the few days before I had a show, I went in the morning. My mom was like, "Stevie, what's wrong?" And I just cried because I'm always having to be the strong one out
Mm.
of us. Now it's like I'm having to take care of mom, battling with her mental illness, battling with COPD. So that's transparency for me to you guys. So it's all different things that she's been experiencing. And Kate Tooks knows I talk to Kate. I don't tell. I'm like Beyonce. I have a Beyonce approach to doing things. I don't put my personal things out there the same way Rico does it. And I let people know what I want them to know. Just send me love. Just send me prayers, uplift me, and encourage me. And that's what we have to continue to do to each other because you never know what we going through. Or I never noticed this. And no, I didn't tell Rico to say things. I don't tell my guests what to say. They come on and I have a thing and Rico, y'all know this. Whenever the guests come on my show, I say that we rotate that pilot seat. So you're telling your story can be beneficial to helping somebody else who's
Yeah.
lost someone or who knows someone who lost someone. Even though I'm the pilot, yes, I created the show, but when they come on, they're telling their story. So I'm not going to dictate how they tell their stories, trauma they've experienced. No, I'm not going to do that. So, when they come in, we rotate that pilot seat and I let them have it. They got the floor and I don't interrupt.
Yeah, you've
Again, my
always made me feel comfortable and provided a safe space for me to express myself. So just sharing, because her memory.
and it will continue. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful. Okay, now I can't see Rico. His screen is black over here. That is for sure. So what I'm gonna do, Fashion Dolls, is start a new live and hopefully wait a minute. Hopefully it'll work. Yep, we're gonna start a new live and I'm sending Rico the link and we're gonna come back. This will be part one. Yes, can you see? Can you hear me? I yes. It your screen is black. So what I'm gonna do is start a new live, Fashion Dolls, and come back and I'm gonna email the link to Rico and we're gonna continue on. I'll be right back.